It's Blag, the Ripper, the rock legend, and I'm here live at the club, right? We're in Stuttgart, we're at Goldmark's. Wild times here. This is one of the coolest clubs in Germany. So when you hear noise, craziness in the background, don't get mad at me. I'm here with a legend in his own sphere. Jamie Delerict, my good friend. He's British, but we're here in Germany. You know, and
which goes against all of my natural
goes against
instinct.
everything that he believes in. But we're talking about what's the song we're going to hear. This is from JD and the FDC, which I now realize stands for fucking douchebag cunts.
Correct.
And you know, just the fact that you'd go out on a limb and call yourselves the fucking douchebag cunts. Right there, you've got my vote.
It's almost like I didn't want any success, really, isn't it?
and that came true for you.
Yes, my dreams came true.
So tell me about the song. We just watched the video. I'm new on this. See, usually I've listened to the songs many times, and I have some sense about where we're going. This time I kind of rushed into it. So tell me about this song, what record it comes from, and what was the backstory? I know we got a Black Flag guy in there. There's some stuff happening.
Firstly, Blag, it's strange how you've rushed into it now, because I actually gave you the album, like put it in your hand 10 years ago.
See?
Yeah, but I know you've been very busy.
I didn't memorize it, baby. I mean, I listened to it.
You fucking listened to it.
But I didn't memorize it.
Fuck off, did you listen to it? It doesn't
10
matter.
years later, I've done a lot of drugs.
And this is why I'm now at the lowly tour manager position instead of lead singer, guitarist, songwriter.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, it's really hard when someone...
Tell me the name of the jam and what record it's on.
It's called From the Shadows. It's from our debut album, Recognize, which was a little bit of a tip of the hat.
Right.
Dwarves,
yes, because we say Recognize the Dwarf.
But you didn't call an album Recognize.
That's right.
I thought, I'm having... But it's hard to kind of choose a song like that represent it. You know, like I've got my favourites, and then there's the popular ones I don't really
like. At first blush, it kind of reminded me of Lords of the New Church and some of that kind of stuff. Like it had that vibe of it of
Glunk.
Yes, Glunk. Like we're solidly a punk band, but we also have our foot in kind of glammy rock and roll. Yes, but it's different. The first time we talked about Glunk, we were talking about D-Gen. I think they're kind of punk influenced, but glammy. This was more like glam influenced, but punky. The guitars are very noticeable and heavy in here, and that's all coming from you, right? Or do you have another rhythm guitar player in there?
Yeah. There's a lead guitar player. I'm a shit lead player, but I'm a solid rhythm guy.
Right.
Yeah, you're totally right. I love the Lords of the New Church reference because I love Lords. And yeah, it's funny. It ties in nicely.
You to know the television cannot lie, controlling media with smoke screen eyes. Nuclear politicians, picture show. The acting's lousy, but the blind don't know. Open your eyes, see the lights right in front of you. Open your eyes, see the lights right in front of you. Open your eyes, see the lights right in front of you. Open your eyes. They scare us all with threats of war. So we
I always thought, JD and the FDCs, I thought, one last roll of the dice, my own stuff, you know, it's this or nothing. And I used Degeneration as a blueprint, to be honest. Like, that is exactly the type of stuff I want to do. And like I said before, I covered No Way Out on the same record as this. So yeah, just going for that punk attitude, but not, you know, traditional punk. And then, lo and behold, what happened? We found ourselves in the same position that we were talking about with Degeneration. Not on a major label. I didn't get any offers. Never mind.
It's okay, neither did I. I mean, I feel good about it. Fuck
Yeah,
major labels, they
but-
can suck my dick.
But not fitting in. We did not fit into any scene.
Right.
And at the start, I'm like, yeah, that's badass. It's really cool. Like, they can't pigeonhole us.
Right.
But then we found ourselves like punk audiences just going, nah, you know, the armbands, the uniforms, nah, it's not
Right.
very punk. The rock artists are just like, oh, very loud guitars there, mate.
Yeah,
Turn
right.
them down a notch.
Yeah.
You know, very awkward. And we won over a lot of people. We were a great live band. We just played our final show last summer.
And where was it at? Was that up in Nottingham
In
area?
Nottingham at the rescue rooms, yeah.
So you, I mean, talk about an ancient place. I mean, what's it like kind of being based in and knowing, I mean, when you're American, it's like everything is like last week, you know what I mean? I mean, it's Nottingham to me, I just instantly am back 1,000 years, you know?
Robin Hood.
Yeah, I mean, and it's you know, just, is it just fraught with history there, or is that just my imagination? Like, are people...
It is filled with history, Nottingham. It's not my hometown, but I lived there for long enough for the band to be kind of based there.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood. He called the greatest archers to a tavern on the green.
You know,
They
Rock
vowed to
City
help the people of
Club
the
there. You know, it's a very famous club. It's
Right.
been there a long
Yeah, we played
time.
there.
All the big rock bands pass through. But you know what? They've always been very, very unsupportive of local bands.
Of local
it's
stuff,
really
yeah.
hard to play.
Isn't that always the way?
It is always the way, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they
But
kiss
what-
the ass of everybody from out of town who's got the seal of approval, and not just this club, but just clubs in
Yeah.
general, right? Like you
Yeah.
can't get shit in your hometown.
But the kickback from that is Nottingham really hasn't produced any bands of any note over the past few decades. Like, you know, what band springs to mind when I say Sheffield? All right, well, you know,
You
modern,
tell me.
modern, you've got Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that.
Oh, right, Arctic
Def
Monkeys.
Leppard.
Now it's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Left you multiple missed calls, and to my message you replied. Why'd you only call me when you're high? High. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Somewhere darker, talking the same shite. I need a partner. Well, are you out tonight? It's harder and harder to get you to listen. More I get through the gears, incapable of making alright decisions. And
Pulp, things like that.
Right.
You think of Birmingham, you know, Black Sabbath. You got Manchester, Oasis. You got Liverpool, your beloved Beatles,
Right, yeah.
and the Rutles, of course.
Yeah.
Nottingham, no one.
The Rose were from
Absolutely.
Rutland.
I'm not the kind of guy who likes to play Big Brother, but I've just seen your date outside. He's with another. I saw you both come in, and clearly you're not meant for him. So please, please hold my hand. Hold my hand, yeah, yeah. Hold my hand, yeah, yeah.
which is in Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, I mean-
But yeah, no one. And Nottingham really, musically, it hasn't really got any band to hang the hat on, you know? And I think that's down to the support of the biggest venue in the city, to be honest.
Yeah, I come from Illinois, and that was always a phenomenon there. Like, we would go to punk shows. Everywhere else in the country, there was, $2 punk shows, and it was all about the locals. In Chicago, there's always been a very, like, fuck you quality, like, you're local, we don't like you. I remember going to shows, and it'd be like, $20 when every place else was $5, and it was like, you'd get some big band from California, and then, but the openers was always like some band from Milwaukee and somebody from Detroit or whatever. It's like, really? There's no bands around here you could put on this bill?
You can't put Naked Ray Gun on that show, for God's sake.
It was like they went out of their way to just avoid people who were from that town.
Yeah.
It's such a phenomenon, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, but
And it
then,
pisses me off.
yeah, and then the city reaps what it sows, though. That's the thing, Like, I think there's maybe Pitch Shifter, who you might not have heard of, that kind of did.
No, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they did okay.
I never heard them, I don't think.
They did okay,
Right.
That's it, really. I mean, and if that's what we've got to think of Nottingham, it's a poor show.
But that's sort of why it's up to every band to get out of where they are.
And
like,
we did.
Being treated the way that we were in Chicago made me say, we're going to California. And then, we went to San Francisco, couldn't get arrested, like nobody would give us jack shit, So then it was like, well, we better start traveling around.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
Yeah.
we find ourselves in Seattle, and there's a scene coming up. And then all of a sudden, when I get a record out on a Seattle label, I start getting shows in California. So,
Right,
I mean, for
yeah.
you guys, was it... did you guys wind up doing the regular British circuit of, I guess London's sort of the center of it, but big towns are Birmingham, Manchester,
Yeah.
I don't know, does anybody make it up to Newcastle or whatever?
Yeah, and
Edinburgh, these
that's
kind of
my
stuff?
homeland, like
Okay.
Newcastle. Yeah, we played all those places, and London is definitely not the centre of the universe for music and bands like it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you've got to go to London to make it or whatever. That ship has long since passed, but. Yeah, towns like Birmingham, which is maybe 50 miles away, which may not sound much to an American touring band, but people from Birmingham rarely travel to Nottingham for gigs and vice versa.
Right.
We found ourselves headlining academies and stuff in Birmingham, and Nottingham, we can't get arrested, our own
Right.
hometown, so we'd go to the outskirts, we play above pubs and stuff like that, and just cram 60, 70, 80 people in the room,
Right.
sweat coming off the ceiling and stuff. And having those kind of the gigs, we got around. We did a few tours with Misfits as well, using my contacts, obviously, and that helped a lot.
20 eyes in my head. 20 eyes in my head. 20 eyes in my head. They're all the same. They're all the same. 20 eyes in my head. 20 eyes in my head. They're all the same. They're all the same. When you're seeing 20 things at a time, you just can't slow things down, baby. When you're seeing 20 things in your mind, just can't slow things down. We're all alive. We're just crowding up your USA. We're all alive. Taking over the world. 20 eyes in my head. 20 eyes in my head.
But yeah, 2 albums, and I did my best, Blag. I did my best.
Hey man, that's all anybody can do. I'm digging this track. Now this is more traditional than the D-Gen song that we were going down, which was sort of notable for not going to a hook. I mean, you very much went not just for here's my hook, but also you had the classic kind of oi background vocalish thing in there, right? And this seems very much like the hey, we're going for the hit with this one track.
Yeah, I think by design, that first album, I tapped up a few of my famous friends and kind of hey, can you put a guitar track down in? I got Richard Backus from Degeneration to put a guitar track down on the No Way Out cover. Got our personal friend Jesse Luscious in on a track.
Cocoon playing the cliche game. Mirror image of society saved. Familiar motions conceal stagnation. Driven fashionable fossilization.
Rethinking's under quarantine. Stuck a perpetual drugs machine. Shining from coming to a dying gleam. Convince fast food, live out cuisine.
Anti-Destination League.
Institutional battle fatigue.
It's the Anti-Destination League. Anti-Destination
Des Cadena from Black Flag on this track, as well as Lita from WWE, who was a women's champion there, big
Wow.
star.
Now, what did Des Cadena do on the track?
He did the goes.
Oh, he did vocals.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I recorded the vocals for his goes in a bathroom in Barcelona. Just took my iPhone into a shower.
And that's also the name of your autobiography, isn't it? In a bathroom in Barcelona, isn't that what they're called? The Jamie Delerict story.
I'm currently shopping it around. Yes, I hear Greedy Worldwide are interested. And I got Amy Lita is a wrestling name again on an iPhone, just to kind of do this spoken word thing which she wrote, and then we took it in the studio and kind of stretched it a bit, make it fit.
Right.
It's like it was, and that's 10 years ago. Recorded that, just like getting everyone involved worldwide. It's a great way of doing it, and it was produced by Jason Sanderson, who now lives in Prague and is a friend of the Dwarves now.
That's right. Wow. So there's a lot. Jamie, I mean, the thing about you is that you have this way of not infuriating people, which I wish I could pick up on that. And
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said.
No, but you have this way of kind of being at home wherever you go. I mean, there's a way, like, you kind of make people feel comfortable and people trust you. What is that? Like, where does that come from? Because, like, I walk in the room and people are like, oh no, fuck this guy. I know something weird's going on here, right? I mean, it's that's just always the way.
Well, I know what you mean about you walking into a room and everyone going.
You've
"Oh, no."
witnessed it.
I've witnessed it just yesterday. I was standing next to you.
Yeah, and I don't even have to do anything shitty. That's the thing. Like, people, like, I'm being cool.
You were cool, and you were terrifying people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what. Yeah, okay. Well, we could do a whole show about that.
could.
but Talk
we
about
will.
you, because I'm more fascinated with people who are able to do the opposite. Like, how do you get the trust of people like Danzig, who's notoriously, sort of, puts a wall up, I mean, I couldn't get near him, you know what I mean? I mean, these different kind of people who, like, what is the, I mean, I guess it's hard to answer a question like that, but it's like, what is the element with you that I mean, there's just a certain sincerity, I guess, to it. And you also feel it in the music. Like,
Right.
it's, I don't feel like you're here to attack me. I don't feel like you're here to destroy things, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, I walk in the room and people just feel like, okay, this person is here to try and destroy me in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This person has come to destroy me.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. First off, that is a lovely, lovely thing. But yeah, I've never thought about this. But like as I said in the early part of the interview, like, I've befriended my heroes, and I don't really know how these things have happened, how the universe has put these things in place. I could be friends with Danko Jones, with
Get
friends.
your quick fix in my car. You got a sweet tooth and I'm your chocolate bar. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And I say, hey, do you kiss on the first date? Hey, do you kiss on the first date? 'Cause I do, 'cause I do, 'cause I do, 'cause I do, 'cause I do. New York down on the catwalk. I like to play it discreet. You only want a shock. Spray paint your tight jeans on and cruise your
Friends with Blag the Ripper. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know. I think much like Jesse Malin, to tie this all in nicely, I am a sincere person. I'm an honest person, especially now I've been sober for so long. I'm a very, very honest
And I
person.
forgive you for that. That's
Thank
okay.
you.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
angry.
Yes. We all have our foibles. But I can't answer
You're sober,
that.
but not infuriating about it. Again, we keep coming back to this same
Those
thing.
two
you know?
things seldom go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because people, especially when they first get sober,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I mean,
self-righteousness.
and there's that, and then there's also I've experienced this not so long ago with a good friend of mine who's a really superior musician. But it was like, he finally gave up the booze, and we were all so happy for him. But, there's that phenomenon of, like, the dry drunk,
Yeah.
where it's like, shit, man, you're meaner and nastier now that you're not drinking. Like, something is annoying you that is, like...
Dry drunks are, and I know because I was a dry drunk for about 4 or 5 years, and being white knuckling or being a dry drunk, which is like not drinking, but you're an alcoholic, but you're not drinking, but you're not working a program, you haven't done the steps, whatever. And that, that was the worst.
So you're a believer in the steps, for sure.
I am part of a recovery program, for sure, yeah. But that white knuckle in me, that dry drunk me, was worse than the drunk and drugged up version of me.
Right.
Yeah, not like a terrible person, but an infuriating person.
Right.
Self-righteous, selfish, self-centered, not a good person.
So, I mean, is it more about coming back around? Like, what makes that period end and enter the...
I think you come back to your true self, who you were meant to be before you stepped over that line. You know, because like my wife drinks, my mum drinks, my friends drink. It's not a problem. It's my problem. Yeah, it's a me problem. It's not a them problem. And I think I just kind of like, I was a bit of a sensitive, shy lad, really, I think. And then I started drinking. It was like putting a superhero cape on. Like, I could talk to girls. I'm the funniest guy in the room and all of that. And then I took it, I didn't stop. I didn't have an off button, so I would just go, and then make a fool of myself, embarrass myself, guilt and shame the next day. And then it turned into 24/7 drinking and drugs thing. And it was just bad news. And I was a good person at heart, but it just corrupted me. And it killed my dad as well. And even that, knowing my dad died an alcoholic and alcohol killed him, that didn't stop me doing it. Another 6 years, I fucking pushing it over the line.
I mean, it probably exacerbated it.
Possibly, yeah. But you know, I'm here now. I'm like 16 years sober and the happiest I've ever been.
Well, you just got married, didn't you? So
I did.
congratulations on that one.
This is I'm spending my honeymoon with you.
Wow, honeymoon with the dwarves.
Hang on. Honeymoon with the dwarves. Mark Diamond, Nick Oliveri, Blag the Ripper, and Snoopak, and my honeymoon chums, the honeymooners. My wife's thrilled. All she told me is like, fine, we just got married, you're going off to the dwarves again, just please promise me, no tits.
See, I love that we still scare wives. You know, I hope we always do. Jamie, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. This is JD and the FDCs. Give me the track name one more time. 10 years I'm supposed to have known this song, and I still can't quite get it.
It's JD and the FDCs from the Shadows, featuring Des Cadena from Black Flag and Lita from WWE.
On song and lyric.
Baby, you're at me. We kinda disagree, but I keep working hard and bide my time. Baby, look at me. I'm sweating kerosene, playing like my life is on the line. So stop me if you heard this song. Then we'll get back in and the beat goes on and on and on and on. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. I'm at my best when it's down to the wire. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Set it off over you to the fire. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. We're kicking it, baby, higher and higher. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Yeah, I've been betrayed, due to truly played, but never close to running out of steam. No, look at how tired I